post-apocalyptic Russia. The whole journey, takes a year. You see the different seasons as you go through. In this this level here that we're showcasing in the trailer.
Is the year is it static or does it go along with the storyline?
It goes along with the storyline.
Okay.
So it basically the story of the game takes a year, and over the journey you see the seasons change in the different environments that you come across. This one obviously being a very different season, a very different look to what people are used to in the Metro series, which has always been winter, very cold.
Bleak, white, and gray.
Yeah.
So this is just the outside right now, and you're right. I'm guessing this is the fall season.
Yes.
The trees are barren, but you still got some green going on. Oh.
It's all toxic though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
still
the thing.
still very irradiated.
Okay.
There's lots of different areas. I mean, we still have the classic gas mask mechanics, which you see at the beginning of the trailer. But there's areas outdoors that are actually safe to breathe. So you can take the gas mask off in some areas. Some areas outdoors will be irradiated, where you need to put it back on and use the filter mechanics, maintaining those resources, cracks in the mask, all that kind of stuff.
Nice. Does the changing seasons affect gameplay? Does it affect AI from monsters?
Well, it's more like a story mechanic.
Okay.
And there are weather effects, day-night cycles, things like that in our non-linear levels. But it's mostly representative of the environments that you come across over the course.
What's that giant storm going on? Every time I saw that in the background, is it like the eye
It's
of
a
Jupiter?
forever
It's
storm.
just a forever storm?
Yeah, it just happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a big storm brewing on the in the horizon.
Storm of radiation forever, just spinning out of control.
I know you can't tell us the story. Obviously, we don't want to give it all away. But can you lead us a little bit of where the story starts and who we are following?
The story starts in Moscow, and you play as Artyom again. He is back. We leave off from the enlightened ending from Metro Last Light.
Oh, so directly.
That is canon. Well, no, not directly. But as far as there's two endings to Metro Last Light. There were two endings to Metro 2033. The canon ending from Metro Last Light is the enlightened one. So the one where Artyom's and survives.
Okay.
And so we start off from there, and Artyom and a small band of survivors have to flee Moscow and go out on this epic journey. We're not saying specifically who joins Artyom yet, but there will be a number of familiar characters, a lot of fan favorites. You can see at the end of the trailer, there's Anna, Artyom's wife. That would be the only character at this time that we're confirming.
Unless you just want to give a little spoil away as well. Anything else? So, what is different beyond obviously the settings that we're looking at here? Is there gameplay mechanics that have changed or evolved at all?
Yeah, I mean, so one thing that you see here, Artyom checks his arm bracer. There's a couple new items that are featured on there. It's customizable this time, so you can change out the equipment that you have on it.
Cool.
You can see here he's grabbing a magazine and switching out for the revolver style clip that was in there. So there's a lot more weapon customization and ways for the player to kind of modify how they play and their arsenal and things like that, which we'll get into more in depth at a later date. It's a lot more in depth than what we've done in years past.
Definitely.
Is that giant rat an actual mocap from some that I've seen in New York? Is that how that is?
I don't know. I don't know if it's from a rat in New York, but we do actually some of our monsters we do actually mocaps.
Really?
Yeah, we do.
How do you base that off? I'm guessing it's humanoid motion capture.
It's actually fun. We work with a mocap studio where they actually will do things like have a guy walking on stilts, on all fours, and just to walk like a creature, and it's really cool to see that stuff.
That's awesome.
Is there any new monsters? I mean, we got to see that. I don't know that zombie bear. I don't think zombie bear is the right.
Bear, yeah. Well, it's a mutant bear. So this creature is one that's returning. It looks a little bit different this time, but it's the Watchman. And the bear was actually in Metro Last Light. We did see a bear. One of the new ones that we have here are these mutant wolves. Those are new. There's new to this environment. There's going to be a lot of returning mutants and monsters, and there's going to be some new ones. So it just kind of depends on the environment. We wanted to make sure that it made sense. You know, like the mutants we've seen before made sense in the Moscow environment, made sense in the cold or in the underground. And so for the new areas that you go to, we wanted to make sure that something's living there. It makes sense.
So that map that we saw pull up during the trailer, is that the full like sandbox map?
That's the map for this area.
Oh, okay.
And
how many areas are there?
we're not getting into that yet.
Fair enough. So, do you have a favorite weapon in this game?
Actually the one that the trailer opens with, the Shambler, has it's been in various iterations over the course of the past games, but it's always been my favorite because in the first game it was basically a revolver shotgun.
Right, I remember that.
And it's really cool because it's like this cobbled together kind of weapon, which has been kind of a staple of the Metro series, is these handmade weapons, and it's really cool because the guys on that are specifically designing the weapons.
Oh wow! So they had specific designers just for the weapons themselves.
We have guys that focus on that, and they're spending a lot of time and energy to make sure that these weapons, are actually designed in a way, like specifically Proper creative director. He's really into making sure that they work like mechanically correct, and he spends a lot of time with the guys making sure. I mean, like that crossbow. It's not something that I think that I've ever seen out there.
Yeah, it's super modified. Yeah, it's
super
cool.
modified.
Yeah.
And the way that it works, the way that it reloads, you can see different versions of it. But
right.
It's like mechanically sound, right?
It looked like
spend a lot of
like
time
a shotgun arrow. It's a very unique.
That was an explosive arrow.
So just doing all sorts of cool stuff.
So you got different types of arrow, obviously.
Yeah, different ammo types and things like that. We've done a little bit of that in the past, but again, it's for the expanded customization and things like that. We have different options like that in this game as well.
Awesome. Well, we've got to look at the trailer a few times, and I think we have gameplay. Maybe not. Never mind.
No.
I'll take that back. I apologize. I thought we had 5 minutes of gameplay, but
well, I mean we have B-roll, but it's
B-roll.
It's from the trailer maybe.
Oh.
I'm not sure exactly.
Never mind then, everyone. So Metro Exodus, you guys are actually working with another. It's a 2-location studio, correct?
Our studio is split over 2 locations. We still have our original location in Ukraine, and then we have our new headquarters location in Malta.
How does that, what are the benefits from that? It seems like that would be very difficult to work on a game in 2 different locations.
It can be, but we've done a pretty good job adjusting to it. We have a video conference system set up in one of our rooms that's just always on, so we can go into the conference room and just start screaming and waving our hands, and they'll see on the other side and come over, and so we can talk. We have stand-ups in there all the time between the 2 locations, and people are talking constantly back and forth over, whatever video message system they want to be using. So it's a really integrated experience. We also have people from all over the world in our Malta location. So we've been able to attract more talent from around the world, from various countries. We have people from all over Europe. We've someone from Mexico. We have. I'm originally from here, and obviously we have the Ukraine office. We have we have people from all over the place, and it's been really great to have this team of really diverse set set of people, diverse ideas, from all over the place.
Before I send it off, is there anything that you saw the fans wanting in the last Metro games that you guys made sure to include in this one, or something that they've been asking for?
Well, certainly one of them, like I talked about a second ago, is the weapon customization. A lot people were asking for to make sure that it's a lot more in depth, and so we've listened to that and a number of other things about gameplay, about the way that the game works. I mean, definitely a lot of fans have been wanting to be able to explore the environments a lot more, and that's one of the things that we wanted to address as well with our more sandbox levels. So there's a lot more goodies in there that are packed in that I think the fans will be really, really pleased with.
Awesome, man. I mean, I can't wait. John,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining
thank
John and
you.
myself,
Thank you.
guys. And to all of you watching at home, of course, do not go anywhere. We're actually going to go check outside with our balcony right now.